Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be bringing you another top 5 video. Yay! This time it's going to top 5. It's a top something video. It's a countdown. It's not It's a top one. A top one of each generation. It's best legendaries, in my opinion, per generation, including Gen 7. So it's a top 7, but it's not really because they're all number 1. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the best legendaries, in my opinion, per generation. You know, design-wise, not stat-wise or anything. Design-wise, the best looking legendaries for each generation. There we go. That's the title of the video. Without further ado, I don't know what the fuck I said there, but let's go with Generation 1, and that is Moltres. It's a bird, it's on fire. What do you want? It looks amazing. People might argue and be like, no, the best looking legendary in Gen 1 is Articuno, or the best looking legendary in Gen 1 is Mewtwo. You know what? I don't like Mew, I don't like Mewtwo. Well, I mean, I don't like them better than Moltres. And Zapdos looks like shit, and Articuno is like meh. But I mean, if you don't think a Phoenix is cool, there's something seriously wrong with you. And I know that the Phoenix is supposed to be Ho-Oh, but Ho-Oh isn't on fire. Let's move on to Gen 2. Gen 2 is Entei. I bet a lot of you were like, oh, he's going to talk about Ho-Oh next. No, Entei. The reason why Entei is the best looking one is because I don't know. I just think it looks better. I mean, that smoke hair thing coming off its back, the fact that it looks like a fire type, the fact that Suicune has like an O on its face is makes Entei look better by comparison. Also, I don't think that Lugia and Ho are the best looking Pokemon. They're not the worst either, but they're not in the middle. They're more leaning towards worst than best. But I mean, that's just my opinion, and if that's not yours, well then good for you. Let's move on to Gen 3 with Deoxys. A lot of people would have put Rayquaza, but honestly, I don't like how Rayquaza looks. A lot of people would have put Groudon or Kyogre, and he's just a whale, and Groudon, he looks cool. Yeah, he does look cool, but in my opinion, Deoxys looks cooler. Also, in a conversation about cool looking Pokemon, we can count the Regis out because they all look. How can I put this? Not like shit, but they all look not so good. Okay? Let's move on. Next up is Gen 4. We have Giratina, but specifically Giratina Origin Form because the other one looks bad. That one it looks like what Giratina is. Giratina is the ruler of what's it called? Not negative space. What the fuck is it called? Hold on, I'm gonna have to do a short Google translate Google search. Giratina, Giratina, I mean. He is the distortion world. Like Giratina origin form looks like the ruler of the distortion world. Giratina regular, I guess was what it's called. I don't know. Don't care. That one looks like it looks like Game Freak tried to take the origin form and make it look like a combination of Dialga and Palkia. Well, like take that and then try and combine it with Palkia and Dialga, and they failed at it. But I mean, but I mean, there's another picture that I found that really embodies why the origin form is so cool, and it's this one right here. Because you see Giratina coming out of the distortion world in front of Palkia and Dialga, and I mean you can't see their faces, but I imagine that Palkia and Dialga are shitting themselves right now. I don't know, but I mean it's a strong possibility. Anyways, let's move on to Gen 5. Now, Gen 5, there are a lot of good looking Pokemon. There's Reshiram, Zekrom. There's, I don't want to say Meloetta because she looks kind of human, and that's not my thing. But she is a good looking Pokemon. But it's none of those. In my opinion, the best looking Pokemon from Generation, best looking legendary Pokemon from Legendary 5 is Victini. See, Victini is the first Pokemon in the Legendary 5 Pokedex. Generation 5. Guys, it's it's late. This is the last video I have to record for the day. We're almost done. Okay, just bear through it. And okay. But anyways, why is Victini the best looking dragon? See, I'm everywhere. I'm fucking everywhere right now. Why is Victini the best looking legendary in Generation 5? Because it's got a fucking V on its head and it embodies victory. On top of that, it's fucking adorable. That's why. I mean, you can have cool, you can have awesome, you can have threatening, but sometimes you just can't beat adorable. Moving on to the complete opposite of Victini with a Gen 6 is Yveltal, or Bacon Bird, as some idiots like to call it. And if you're one of them, then you're not an idiot, but I mean, come on. It doesn't even look like bacon. But the reason why I think this guy is the best looking legendary from Gen 6 is because look at them. You have Diancie, who, I mean, is looks good for what Diancie is. But she's also wearing a shirt. Pokemon should not be wearing clothes. Next up, Hoopa. Hoopa looks goofy, and I know that's how they meant it to look. But also, Hoopa Unbound looks like a fucking nightmare has come to life and is now your Pokemon. Volcanion, yeah, it looks cool. It's like a fox cat thing with like a tube around its back that shoots out water. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but I haven't honestly looked at it enough to really appreciate it. Xerneas looks like shit, and so does Zygarde 50% form. Zygarde complete and Zygarde 10% make up. Well, Zygarde doesn't look like shit, but compared to Yveltal, yes. But also, like I was about to say, the complete and the 10% form really bring Zygarde up. But since the 10 complete form, since the 10 complete form isn't available in X and Y, and will only be available in Sun and Moon, it kind of makes those two forms Sun and Moon Pokemon and not Gen 7 Pokemon and not Gen 6 Pokemon. That's why, because if those two forms would have been released in Gen 6, Zygarde would have been on this list instead of Yveltal. But since it's not, I can't in all good conscience give the best Gen 6 spot to a Gen 7 Pokemon. And the final, to round out the final generation, the newest one, Gen 7, we have Sol Galileo. Also, you can see here artwork by Tommy Case. I know there are some people who are really bitchy about that, so I put it in the video instead of in the description. But anyways, Sol Galileo is by far the best looking one. The only thing is, I understand the whole alchemy thing, I just don't like the fact that it's a steel psychic type. You know, like make it steel fire would make sense. It looks like a fire type. I mean, it's got that whole like galaxy visor thing on its face, and that's honestly the only psychic part about him. Nothing else says psychic type. You know, his coloration says fire type. You know, even to an extreme, it says steel type. You know, if you're really pushing it, you can be like, oh well, that's a steel type. But its coloration just clearly says fire type, and it's a steel psychic. I still don't understand. I'll never understand why psychic. I'll never understand. I understand the steel because of whatever. Well, whatever. If there's someone who wants to take a shot and explain it in the comments, I read all the comments. I'm gonna read it. And if you think you can make me understand why it's a steel psychic type, go right ahead. I'll be glad to read whatever you have to say. Anyways, if you like this video, click that subscribe button because I asked you to. Also, like and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.